Woogs.
Tami, my love,
You are my best friend.
you're my best friend and soulmate.
I believe that you and I were always meant to be together.
I believe your heart is my heart, and I'll look after it as such,
I know in my heart that I'll always love you.
and vow to be yours till the end of time.
This is the area of Fort Nottingham.
4 kilometers long!
Forested with pine trees and old oaks. There is a lake, abundant with aquatic life. At the foot of said lake is the barn, the Crystal Barn. Famous for the quaint but eventful marriage of Mr. Dylan Woogy Marriott and Mrs. Tami then Jacobs on the 8th of September. In 3 hours' time. So you see, to understand how we got here and who we're dealing with, I would like to introduce you to two very important people. This is Dylan. Dylan is commonly referred to as Woogy by his friends, for reasons he cannot remember. These are Dylan's friends. This is Carl Robb, the nice guy. Carl Ben, the tall one. Sir Les, the baker's man. Dudesberg, the artist. Simon, the surfer. This is Brooks, classic Brooks. Luke, the modern day Einstein. Tyron, the awkward turtle. And myself, Badger, the narrator. Mostly they come from an elite society of gentlemen and jokesters. But more importantly, they are all here for this momentous day. Tam came from a different world. One of makeup, perfume, and fine tea. She surrounded herself with a group of girls, known for their constant giggling. Mostly these girls came from all over the country. There's Chelsea, all the way from Johannesburg. Kathleen, from Swellendam. Tam's three sisters, Kate, Shell, and Cara. There's Hazy from down the road, Bronwyn, who happens to be a fabulous singer, and the wonderful twins, Shan and Trev. These two groups of people are here today to witness the moment when two lives join and Tam and Dylan can be joined together for good. Dylan was a guitar man. Then he met Tam. Some would say it was love at first sight. But others know they had to wait years before they could be together. Tam would go on to move away and pursue a life of booze and cigarettes. Dylan would go on to pursue his studies and build a life for himself. But soon they would be reunited and never leave each other's side. Dylan always knew he loved her, and Tam always knew she loved him. The time has come for them to tell each other and be joined in matrimony.
I don't like it when people say, today you are settling down, because in truth, there is nothing settling about marriage. Because in truth, you'll go on an adventure. And this is the bit that I wanted to say to you. Don't stop living. Don't stop being adventurous. Don't stop going for more.
I promise to create a life for us of adventure and spontaneous love.
I vow to always create a sense of excitement and wonder in our relationship.
Let me set the scene for you all. Main stage, Prime Circle belting out a few of their best tunes. And next thing, a Tami with a mic, calling Woogy up to ask him something. Woogy appeared within seconds. Tami asked Woogy to marry her. Woogy took the mic and his response was jaw-dropping. He said no. The crowd started booing. He then took the mic and said to Tami, I want to do this the right way. And he asked her to marry him. The crowd erupted and the boos transformed into woos.
You always showed me unconditional love, kindness and support. You've never been cruel or ever judged me. Sorry. Alright, I got this. Or taken me for granted. And for all these reasons and so many more, I promise myself to you.
I promise to always put you first and nurture your needs and support your passions and interests. I promise to respect you and appreciate all the things you do and never take you for granted. I vow to always remind you how much you mean to me and how much joy you bring to my life.
Do you, Tami Jacobs, take Dylan Marriott to be your husband?
I do.
Do you, Dylan Marriott, take Tami Jacobs to be your wife?
I do.
I do so in the presence of God, declare that here today you have been joined together as husband and wife. You, sir, can kiss your bride.
I never really quite understood marriage growing up my whole life. I mean, for about a good 27 years, I thought the idea of being so crazy about someone that you want to get the law involved it's a crazy concept, you know.
Tami, when Wook first saw you, he thought you were perfect and he loved you. And then he found out you were not perfect. And he loved you more. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming, did you?
She came home one night and she said to me, hey Dad, I think I met the one. I didn't bother too much about that. She She's met a couple of ones, and besides, it's the fourth Dylan in a row that she brought out. So you know what the hell? I didn't care much about this Dylan now. The next Dylan is the same as the previous Dylan. Until one morning at about 1 o'clock, and the phone rang, and it was Tam on the other hand, and I could hear screaming, woo, woo, and I couldn't hear what she was saying. All I could hear is, I'm engaged, Dad, I'm engaged. Saying, what the fuck? Tam, you're engaged. I said, who are you engaged to? She says, Woogy, I'm engaged to Woogy. The first thing that went through my mind was, oh shit. I should have done my due diligence, yeah. But you know what? I actually never had to do any due diligence. No due diligence was really necessary.
Woogy, I just want to thank you for marrying me. I don't know why, but thank you for doing that.
It's to not only feel that for someone, but have it reciprocated where they feel that for you is a completely rare thing in this world. Tami, you're a beautiful person inside and out. You're kind, you're caring, you're considerate, and you're loving like no other. You're the most creative and talented person I know. You've taught me so much about myself and so much about life, and I feel honored to spend the rest of my life with you, and I can't wait for our amazing adventures together and all the times we're going to have. Every day I feel closer to you, and every day I enjoy falling more and more in love with you.
And this brings us to how we got here, surrounded by loved ones and family. The two of them celebrated and danced the night away.